Happy Monday. It feels like Sunday. I don't know why. Snowing feels like Sunday to me. So it wasn't supposed to start snowing until tonight. And it's, yeah, it started snowing last night. Somebody wants to say hi. Hi. So anyway, it's going to be super pretty, and I can't wait to go out in it to go to the doctor. No. See? The camera goes on. She wants to come. No. So, I really worked with the hair today because I'm going to the doctor. And I put in the big brush rollers and I'm liking it. Anyway, it's kind of just like gently snowing, but we're going to be able to show you some nice, what do you call it? Scenery. We'll be able to show you some nice scenery while we're out at the doctor's office. So I am working on a super uber adorable cute junk journal, and it looks like that. Yeah, I should probably dial it down. I was going to add a couple more layers, but I mean, that's not too bad, is it? Here's the front. Okay, I'm going to show you. How stinking cute is that? And no, it's not for Rihanna. Rihanna has her journal, and that one will last. I will make her a journal every year. It's going to be so cute. I think I'm going to have to make a shaker behind it. But anyway, so far, that's what it looks like, and I like it. I should go. I need to put lipstick on. Honey's cleaning off the cars. I am starving. I just had my lunch, and it's like a little pizza pocket about this big from, you know, what you call it? The, you know, Nutrisystem. Here comes Honey. We'll talk to you in the car. Bye.
Hello.
He always does that. We're almost to the doctor. Can you believe it? How many of you have a husband that would go with you to the doctor? I love it. And I didn't even have to ask him. Yeah. Of course, he did almost kill us getting out of the neighborhood. He's like... He couldn't stop. We were just like sliding and sliding, and fortunately the car that was coming was like, oh shit, they can't stop. So anyway, we'll talk to you when we get out of the doctor, because maybe I'll have something to tell ya. Bye. It's 3:26 and we've been out of the doctor's office for more than 5 minutes, so yeah, 20 minutes. I mean, we got in right at 2 and we were done in 15 minutes. And we got great news. Whatever I have is totally common and normal and not cancerous. And she froze the 2 areas. There's one on my hairline I showed you. I don't know what it looks like right now. I'll show you when I get home. And I had a place on my finger too, and she froze that. And Honey's so sweet to come with me. He's got to do it again next week.
Note to self.
He knows.
Don't take a lifted Jeep in a parking garage.
Oh yeah. He goes, you want to go in the parking garage? And I was like, I don't care. And as he's pulling, he's like, I hope we're not too tall. And then he had to back out, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? And then he lost, but fortunately it wasn't his light bar, it was part of his antenna.
But I found it.
So, anyway. Alright guys, we'll catch you later. Try to show you some scenery, but it's like so cloudy and snowy that I don't know what I'll be able to show you. See you, bye-bye. The mountains are that way. You can't see them. When we left, there was no snow on the road. Our house is right over there. 16, it's starting to really come down harder now. We're supposed to get heavier snow overnight. So, looking forward to that. I just love it when it's like this. I do. I wish I lived somewhere where it snowed every day. And then I would look forward to a few days of sunshine and now and again. I'll be back in a second. So, yeah, you can't, it's hard to see, but she said that what I have is very, very common and it's nothing to be concerned about, and they could just leave it. But, you know, there was an option of freezing it, and then there's some special medication that has to be mail ordered that they will be sending me. And yeah, well, it was good because I was really worried since it had changed color that it was melanoma, I think it's called. Anyway, I asked her about the random bruising. And she asked if I was on any medications, and I said the only thing I'm taking is Aleve. And she was like, oh, that's what it is. It's the Aleve. And I was like, and she explained that, you know, it's a blood thinner, and so you're going to bruise a lot more easily, and you barely have to hit yourself, and that she's sure that's what it is. So I was like, okay, but I'm still going to the orthopedic doctor next week. So Honey and I stopped at the grocery store on the way home. Well, he stopped. I got out and went in the grocery store. And I picked up one of these. Since it is my thumb area that is the issue, I picked up one of these and I came out and I showed it to Honey. And he's like, oh, I have one of those in the garage. And I was like, perfect. That way I'll have this nice clean one for when I'm at home and I'm crafting. And then I'll take that one that he had and I'll use it while I'm grooming dogs and it gets all hairy. So I was anxious to get back and get to working with my super cute, the back of my book just came off. Yeah. That's the thing. I had an issue with Rihanna's too. Of the back of her notebook coming off, and I keep watching videos on this binding, and I keep thinking I'm doing it right, but I'm gonna have to figure this out. And when I do, I'm gonna make a tutorial for people that aren't getting it either. So that is bothersome, because all the videos that I watched on this, I'm gonna have to figure this out. This is really bugging me. But anyway, the hair came out super good today. Bye. I'll be back. Ugh, it just annoys me when something's not working properly. So I have to fix it. Bye. Kitchen window this morning. Honey has had his vehicle running for about 20 minutes, so the snow is starting to slide off his windshield. And look at me over there. A minute ago, it looked like maybe there was some sun over there on the horizon. Let's go look out the front. I just love that tree. Oh, but I love the fountain more. Okay, there you go. You can see on the railing. Let's just go look out the front door. Forget this. We found a fountain underneath the house Honey had, and he's going to put it together. And we're going to have like a little fountain in the house. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, it's cold. Yeah, I think it's like 1 or 2 outside. Oh, sorry. I got to close the door. This and me having to clean off my own vehicle. Ugh. I like it when that blows off while I'm driving, but whew. There's my Walking Dead cup. All right. Whew. So it's 7 degrees out. All I have on is a hoodie. I'm officially a Coloradoan. My fingers are cold though. Look how pretty. And no bunnies or anything have been out. So our snow still looks pretty pristine. Looks like I just turned into the neighborhood. This is the first street. Look how pretty. Supposed to get a little bit more tonight. And then some snow on Thursday. Don't know how much, but I just love it so much when everything is white. And it's so funny how in the video it looks like the mountains are so far away, but they're really not. They're like, if I was to drive there, it would be like 3 minutes. All I have on is a hoodie. I'm officially a Coloradoan. My fingers are cold though. Look how pretty. And no bunnies or anything have been out. So our snow still looks pretty pristine. Looks like I just turned into the neighborhood. This is the first street. Look how pretty. Supposed to get a little bit more tonight. And then some snow on Thursday. Don't know how much, but I just love it so so much when everything is white. And it's so funny how in the video, it looks like the mountains are so far away, but they're really not. They're like, if I was to drive there, it would be like 3 minutes. Let's get straight. Okay, that's better. My selfie stick, which is what I use to do my videos, is broken. I haven't ordered another one yet. I should, but I haven't. I'm done with my 3rd cup of tea. It is 7 minutes till 9. And this is what I'm working on. I am working on a very, hopefully, very vintage journal. This is my skeleton. And I'm doing a ring-bound journal this time because I want to make it really full. And I have a lot of these rings. And I just... sorry, there's a text message. And I was reading it, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So I'm going to like really stuff it and make it super full. And let me show you real quick. So here's all my coffee dyed, and I did iron these, but they're still pretty curly. And then this is my pile of fussy cut images that I coffee dyed and ironed. So I guess you can get an idea of what I'm up to and what the theme of this album is going to be. So I was just on Facebook, and that was the text message that came in. My friend Megan, who you saw at the party, she was the real pretty blonde that went, she shared a Facebook post that says 24 injured in stabbing at Franklin Regional High School. And her comment to it was, guns not involved, but it's not about guns, it's about mental health. And some lady replied, 24 injured, not 24 dead. Yes, there is a difference. My friend says, does it matter? It's still sick, mentally ill people committing senseless violence. It's not about what weapons were used. Oklahoma City bombing killed over 100 people. It's the mentally ill. And then we have people using cars, people using airplanes. Yeah. Somebody else posted 2,996 died via plane attack. How quickly people react to gun violence when violence and mental health issues are all around us. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it goes on, and my friend and this girl are back and forth. So, I finally chimed in because when I got up, I noticed what was going on, and apparently they had been going back and forth and back and forth. I said, what the F about cars? They are now killing people with cars. Should we regulate them too? I guess our forks are making us fat too. For the love of God, it's not the inanimate object committing the crime. Do you know how many people a day die from smoking and drinking? Oh, but they're just killing themselves, right? Wrong. They're killing other people around them. Oh my God, my phone is ringing. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope this video cuts off. And yeah, I slept on wet hair last night. Sorry. So sorry I didn't get to finish talking to you yesterday. My BFF called. We had a little incident I may have mentioned, or she was pretty short with me on a phone call. So I was like, okay, I'm just not going to call her. I'm going to wait till she calls me and then we'll move on. And she was like, she called me yesterday. She's like, okay, why do you think I'm mad at you? And I told her. And she's like, aren't we beyond that? Isn't like 25 years of friendship like beyond that? Just call me back the next day. I was obviously busy. I was like, okie dokie. Anyway, so my printer is being a butthead. And my printer just printed like this. Am I weird? I kind of like the way that looks. I realize that's not the way it's supposed to look, but I kind of like it. It makes it look old. I'm going to use it. Okay, so anyway, we have comments to go over, but I am hot and heavy into this very, very vintage shabby chic junk journal. I am having a ton of fun, and I am certain I am making it too big. Why do I keep doing that? Why do I make them too big? Okay. So I had to laugh. So I have posted 2 items that I've been trying to do, like a fire sale, sell, you know, albums that I still have. And people are giving it a thumbs down. And my funny part is so it says in the title that it's a fire sale. So clearly I'm trying to sell something and they give it a thumbs down. I just think I have haters. I mean, how can 8 people hate my unicorn junk journal album? How can you hate that? I mean, maybe it's not your thing. Maybe it's too cartoony for you. But do you really give it a thumbs down? I think there are some really, either there's some haters out there, or there's some jealous people out there, or there's some bored people out there. There are definitely some angry people out there. And proof positive with that mess in Florida. It's so sad. It's just unbelievable and sad. So anyway, all I want to say about that is definitely believe in a certain amount of gun control. I don't believe in too much gun control. I believe that us normal people need to be able to have guns. You know, you guys know we have guns. They are there for protection if we should ever need them. And some of them are pieces like Honey's dad left for him. And anyway, I guess I just don't want to go too far down that road, because then everybody's going to be fighting with me, and I don't want to fight with anybody. I thought there were a lot of comments. Why am I seeing 9 on one of them? Okay. All right. Charity Fleur. She says, what part of West Virginia do you live in? Did you live in? I was West Virginia born and raised. I lived in Alderson, West Virginia, and I lived in Jumping Branch, West Virginia. Yeah, those are the two places where I lived. And I worked in Beckley, West Virginia. Savannah was born in Princeton, West Virginia. And Shane was born in Rodsford, West Virginia. So there you go. What do you think of that? Okay, so that's the answer to that question. Virginia Michelini, I don't know. On your groomer channel, would you please help address how to handle the out-of-control dog? A friend picked up her dog who had two very bloodshot eyes. So bad, she went to the vet with the dog and he explained the dog was choked seriously. The groomer didn't have any comment, nor did they call when it happened. Just waited until the dog was picked up. Please tell of a better way to have handled this. That one's easy. So, trust me, we have dogs that are out of control. And it takes an experienced groomer to know when it's time to say, we can't do this dog. This dog is going to injure itself, or it's going to injure us. So what I do is we will work with the dog and we'll try to comment, we'll talk to it, you know, and honestly, a lot of times my girls can't handle some dogs because I have one girl who has been working for me for 3 years. And the other girl, although she's been in the pet industry for 7 years, she hasn't worked at this level. So a lot of times the dogs won't respect them because the dog can sense they're not confident enough. So sometimes I'll go in the back and sometimes I just have to look at them and they're like, oh, she's the alpha. Sometimes I have to put my hands on them, you know, touch them and let them feel that I'm the alpha. And sometimes I have to talk to them sternly and let them know I'm the alpha. But I will probably say 6 or 7 out of 10 will behave for me when they won't behave for them. Those other ones, no. If the dog is going to hurt itself, you call the people. Because exactly what you're saying happened is not okay. So that's what should have happened. They should have called the people. They should have said, this is what's going on. Sometimes I'll call people and I'll say, I want to put him back in a kennel and see if he calms down. Because a lot of times it's about trust. They just have to learn you're not going to hurt them. Maybe they went somewhere else where somebody did hit them or hurt them in some way. And they need to understand you're not going to hurt them. So if you put them away and let them calm down and you get them back out, you didn't hurt them the first time, you're taking them back out, they're like, oh, okay, maybe they're not going to hurt me. Sometimes it takes several times. I often tell people with dogs like that, because they'll say, well, can I bring him back? And I'll say, definitely bring him back because he needs to learn that this is a safe place. So that's my answer to that question. I really should do a groomer channel. Angela Ford. Hi, Rena. I meant you won and they lost. Okay. And a-holes to them. Another commenter put it better, classy lady. You sure did give a good tip, and after all you paid for an hour and a half, you didn't need it. Yeah, but the performer doesn't get all that money. The company gets probably half. I would think at least half. I've watched some of these princess party girls. Some of them get paid by the hour, like $12 an hour. And I'm like, the party's only an hour and a half. So they get paid for an hour to get ready. They get paid for an hour and a half of the party. So if they're making $12 an hour, that's 24. That's like $30. No way. I mean, unless you just love it and you're willing to do all that and get all dressed up and drive up. I don't know. All right. Lori Marcucci. Hello, Rena. Great vlogs as always. I would agree about giving the favor bags to others, not the children that didn't attend. I'm sure the parents were surprised and embarrassed at the fact that even though they didn't attend, that you were gracious to send the party favors anyway. Now, who is a classy lady and didn't take it out on the children that the parents are low-class people? And you know what pisses me off? One of the guys that didn't come the year before and didn't come this year, Honey gives him a ride to work every day. Every day, Honey gives him a ride to work. And he never even gives Honey any gas money. And work is like 30 minutes away. So to and from, every day, 5 days a week, and the guy couldn't even bring his kids to the party. And I'll be honest with you, what pisses me off is that Honey probably didn't say anything to him. One of the things he said to me was, like, he told me, he was like, well, I have to work with these people. And it's like, yeah, but I'm your wife, and you have to live with me. Which is worse. You should at least scold these jerks. I'm still pissed about that. Question. You don't use muzzles on the dogs that are aggressive at your grooming salon? Anyways, have a great weekend. Hugs to all. Okay, Lori. This is the thing. We do use muzzles. We have every size muzzle you can imagine. From teeny weeny little muzzles to great big muzzles. We have them. But my goal is not to just put a muzzle on a dog and do what we have to do and the dog is pissed off the whole time. My deal is kind of like what I said earlier. I want the animal to learn to trust us and to know when it walks in the door of my salon, it feels safe with anybody who's handling it. That's the goal. So when we have a dog that we know is aggressive, we give it to our most experienced people. And that's me and that's Deb. So we like to try to work with the dog without the muzzle, because sometimes you put the muzzle on the dog and the dog's like freaking out, trying to rip it off its face. I literally had an employee one time, and so it's not a pretty story. And she was inexperienced. It was a Siberian Husky, so I mean, I get it. She was afraid it was going to bite her. But this was a dog we had done many, many, many times. Anyway, the dog was trying to bite her, so she put a muzzle on it. Well, she finished the dog, but the dog's clawing at his face the whole time trying to get the muzzle off. Well, apparently the dog's nail clipped its eye, and it got an ulcerated cornea. It had to go to the vet. I paid for the vet bill. The lady was not very nice. She didn't care that the dog was trying to bite us. But truth of the matter is, it's the same situation as what happened with the other lady, or if the dog is trying to hurt itself, or it's our responsibility to make sure the dog doesn't hurt itself. And, you know, a dog is a dog. A dog's going to do whatever a dog thinks is going to be best for it. We're supposed to have the brains and know what's best for it. So anyway, we do try to work with the aggressive or difficult dogs without a muzzle, and the muzzle is a last resort. So if a dog is showing signs that it's starting to learn to trust, we don't want to put the muzzle on. And that dog was doing really, really well, and just out of the blue, it just freaked out. Bit her right here on the cheek, and it's kind of scraped the skin, so she had like a teensy little bit of blood, but it didn't like bite down. So fortunately, she doesn't have any scarring or anything. And she wasn't freaked out. You know, she's my drama lady. And she just came out and was like, oh, you got me in the face. I would have expected her to be freaking out. I would have probably been freaking out. Tara Bowman, hi Arena. After 2 cancellations, I don't know if the parents will understand how they missed the boat, but I do think the kids will remember receiving such beautiful gifts and how someone thought of them specifically and wanted them to have them even though they didn't make it to the party. That could turn into a beautiful life lesson. Well, thank you. Thank you. Melanie Murat, keeping in mind that a great many kids have falling out with their parents during childhood or adulthood, so I'm sure Jackie will probably hear a bunch of crazy shit from Savannah, but will still understand that she is your daughter and it's to be expected. Sometimes we as parents don't see things we should or comfort as we should, but in the end, I think our children realize we love them always and forever, no matter what. Well, it seems we're starting to go in a better direction. Good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. So we'll see. Smarty Pants Kids. Hey there, Rena. I've got a great idea for Rihanna's birthday. You've said you want to have a tea party, right? Why don't you have a half birthday using the theme of Alice in Wonderland and an unbirthday party? Okay, I don't know anything about Alice in Wonderland. I didn't like Alice in Wonderland. I think all those characters in there, scary. So that's why I would have to say no to Alice in Wonderland. Besides, the princess for Alice in Wonderland, or the girl, it's a boring dress. No. Belle, because we have Mrs. Potts, right? Mrs. Potts and Chip and the candelabra dude. Yes. So, I mean, that's cute, the unbirthday and doing it halfway. I think that's cool. Maybe we'll still do that idea, but we'll do it with Belle. And we won't call it an unbirthday, but I like that idea. But it's got to be Belle and Mrs. Potts. She says, I did this theme years ago with my daughter's Sweet 16 party. Huge hit. Love the vlog. Well, cool. You know, even though I don't like Alice in Wonderland, it is okay. We can do it with Belle. All right. The next vlog, Debbie Utze. Hello, Miss Rena. I have a question for you. The little sequins and pearl beads or whatever you put in the shaker card, do you buy those separately and mix them up, or do you buy a certain mixture out there? I'm making my first shaker card, and I don't know for sure what to put in it. Well, I responded to her because if she's working on it, she needed an answer right then. I do my own mixes. I don't buy pre-mixed sequins. You know, you pay more for that. Crafty Kim. I love the snow. I've been trying to convince my family to go to Colorado for a mini weekend. You can't go to Colorado for a mini weekend. There's too much to do here for a mini weekend. I love the mountains. Golden retrievers, just love them. Shout out to Angel and Risso. Yes, hours I've wasted on Pinterest. It can kill you. The Cranky Crafter, Rena, with a bunch of exclamation points. You cannot film going into Michael's and then not show going inside and shopping. I feel weird doing a video inside a store. I really do. Now, if it was me and a friend, I probably could, but I don't have any friends that do crafty shopping. So yeah, I feel weird doing that. I live in the UK. Do you know how excited I was when that clip came on? LOL. I wanted to see inside the store. Anyway, nice to see Savannah. I have to agree with her. Her hair is much better after she recolored it. Before was quite brassy. Lovely to see you both building your relationship. Blessings, Sarah. Naomi West. Here in the Isle of Wight, UK, you've only got to have a little snow and everything stops. Not here. We're expecting more today. Candy Tiggs. Hey there, dog question. Why do white dogs get the brown by their eyes. Just always wondered. Okay, here we go. So, when dogs secrete from their eyes and when dogs lick their paws and lick other parts, because other parts get that rusty red color too, and their paws, if they lick their paws, they get it. It's from inside the body. Something from inside their body comes out in their saliva and their tears and causes that brown staining. I don't know anything further than that, but that's why it happens. So it's something from in their body that creates that. Amanda Wireman, I remember what you said. I'm the same. I can never find nobody that wants to craft with me. Oh, sad face. But with 4 boys at home, it's hard to make friends. When I talk to my honey about it, he tells me, don't worry. I feel like they would just be in your way anyways. LOL. I absolutely adore your little unicorn card. How cute. Anyways, thanks for posting today and putting a smile on my face, and I do appreciate it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like, you know, people liked my unicorn cards. I didn't get very many views, and I didn't get very many comments at all. Melody S. Your beautiful black kitty reminds me and looks so much like my kitty cat. Went missing after her for many years. I still miss her so, but no, she has gotten to have passed considering her age. I love cats and always I had one. It still jerks my heart not ever finding her, but I gave it 120%. That's all you can do, girl. That's all you can do. Cats, I can imagine cats would be hard to find, but usually cats come back. I have a story. So I had a grooming shop in Texas, and we had 2 cats that lived at the shop, Sebastian and Thomas. And Thomas, we would take all the kennels outside because they were like airline kennels, plastic kennels. Every Saturday at the end of the day, the kennels all went outside. We sprayed them down, cleaned them, and then brought them back in. One day, Thomas must have slipped out the back door while they were cleaning kennels. Usually he didn't go anywhere near that. And he was gone. And he was gone for 3 months. Well, one day we had the clothes dryer, and it was pulled away from the wall because they were going to clean behind it or something. So they had pulled that tube out that goes to the outside. They had pulled that out, and they were going to clean behind there the next morning. Well, miraculously, the person who opened found Thomas in the shop. And you know, the dryer vent like that. He had gotten so skinny that he was able to fit through that hole and came back. And he was in terrible, terrible condition. He was a long-haired cat, gray cat, and we cleaned him up and fed him. Oh my God, he needed food. Apparently he wasn't very good at hunting. And we had a big field behind us. I'm sure there were like plenty of rodents back there for him. But he looked like he had not eaten very much at all. And so anyway, that was a crazy story. All right. Smarty Pants Kids. Beautiful snow. Love seeing that. We have trees here that are starting to bloom. Thanks, Carla. Wow. Blooming. No blooming here. March and April are our snowiest months. So I'm excited. All right. That's all the comments. Oh my God, 25 minutes. I better go. I will talk to you guys later.